The woman had just scattered the wheat seeds into the soil. The next second, the seeds began to grow rapidly at a visible speed. Within just a few seconds, they were fully mature. This magical power instantly gave the woman confidence in this era of food shortages. Next, the woman caught the old hen that usually laid eggs at home. Unexpectedly, the hen began laying eggs like crazy. Within minutes, the yard was covered with eggs. The reason the woman had such magical abilities was because she was a reborn person with a spatial system. In her previous life, the entire country suffered from drought and locust plagues. The woman was starving to the brink of death, so she went to find her 3 most beloved sons, hoping they would give her a little food. Unexpectedly, not only did the 3 sons refuse, they even insulted the woman viciously. The woman collapsed from hunger on the street. At that moment, the daughter whom the woman had always ignored suddenly appeared. The daughter gave her precious food to her mother. The mother felt both touched and guilty. However, the very next second, the eldest son suddenly rushed over, snatched the food away from the woman, and violently pushed his mother to the ground. When the woman was on the verge of death, a drop of her blood fell onto a jade bracelet, unexpectedly activating the farming system space. However, everything was already too late. The woman and her daughter starved to death like that. However, when the woman opened her eyes again, she discovered that she had been reborn 7 days before the locust disaster arrived. At this time, her 3 sons were clamoring to split the family. The woman immediately stepped forward and slapped her sons, then stated that the family could indeed split, but all the family property would be left to her daughter and granddaughter, letting the 3 sons leave with nothing, because the woman who had lived a second life had clearly seen who truly deserved her love. This unfair division immediately sparked opposition from the 3 sons. Even the village chief had to step in to mediate. The woman pretended to be conflicted and redistributed the property. She gave the land, leftover grain, and old house to her sons, but left the courtyard and seeds to her daughter, and stated she would live with her daughter, and did not need the 3 sons to support her. The 3 sons were extremely satisfied with this arrangement, thinking their mother was still spoiling them. Unaware that the mother had planned this all along, her initial statement was only to leave room for negotiation, so the sons would better accept the final result. The neighbors gossiped that the woman was foolish for giving land and food to 3 unfilial sons. But the woman knew very well that in a few days, the locust disaster would arrive, and the crops in the fields would yield nothing, and she had a planting system. As long as she had seeds and space, she could obtain endless food. After the crowd dispersed, the woman immediately used her own blood to activate the system space. Inside the space, there was spiritual spring water that could strengthen the body, and anything raised or planted inside matured at 100 times the normal speed. As long as she continuously completed breeding and planting tasks, the system space would level up and reward many items. She immediately scattered wheat seeds into the soil inside the space. In the blink of an eye, a massive harvest appeared. She smoothly completed the system